Sup, everyone? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, because I get this confused. So this is okay. That's middle. I always forget because whenever I'm doing live stream, I always think that opposite directions is flipped. It's weird. I don't know. But again, happy early Thanksgiving, everybody. And it's good to be back, honestly. Hey, Mark. What up, bruh? I feel like we literally talked like 20 seconds ago. Literally. Which is funny because me and V also talked like 5 seconds ago, and then now my hair is gonna be staticky. Great. It's also because of the stuff on the couch too. Because when I took it out of the dryer, because I had to wash it, it like now my hair is gonna be staticky. But it's also because like whenever I brush my hair right with my gloves on, that also does that too. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was 20 seconds ago. Felt longer than that, honestly. So that's just how it is, honestly. Eh. But yeah, literally, I wanted to make this live stream because like I wasn't sure prior if I was actually gonna be able to do this before Thanksgiving, but I can only be up for like 2 hours practically. So it's practically it. So it is what it is. And then I talked to like V like 20 seconds ago too. So it's just like it is what it is. And I totally forgot where I put my glove. I also have to I'm not gonna take it right now because I was gonna take my magnesium, but then I realized with everything that I wanted to talk about on the live stream, it's not gonna work the way I want to. And I consider oh Jesus. So yeah, speaking of, yeah, I also got story times that I wanted to talk about too. Jeez. My so like recently my mental health has been very, very, very bad. All right. So it's but it's also been like it's been a crazy roller coaster. All right. But but so there was a French night that I went to with my family, right? And practically it's funny. So it is and it's not. So okay, so you guys know I'm not a beer person, right? I do drink occasionally, but I'm not a beer person. I had the funniest idea, and this is also related to you, Mark. So this is why it's gonna be a little funny, because it's a relevance to the nickname that you gave me, and then everyone's like texting me right now. This is the funniest time to literally text me, practically. That's my phone, by the way. That's my phone going off. I get why Sarah's texting me though. V also that makes sense. I don't think yeah, I should tell her that I'm live. I don't think she saw that. Okay, never mind. No, we're good. She's getting food before she comes on. But again, okay, back to the story so I can focus. Let's see if I can. So funny thing is, I ordered beer for the first time ever in a. It's not really a restaurant; it was a brewery, and it felt practically like a family gathering. Mark knows some of it, because I was talking to Mark like before and after, so it's hilarious. And I'm trying not to swear though. So yeah, so it was supposed to be pumpkin flavored, right? So I figured that it was gonna make it sweet. No, no, that is not what happened. It was oh my gosh. So I like to drink bitter stuff or very sour stuff all the time. I can literally take straight up lemon juice, all right? I can do lemon shots. And when I mean lemon shots, I don't mean alcohol. I'm talking about legitimately lemon shots of pure lemon juice straight from the lemon. And the fact that I can handle that, but I couldn't I couldn't handle the pumpkin beer because it was very, very, very gross because it was very, very bitter. And I like to drink black coffee every once in a while, or sometimes just like in general, I prefer to have black coffee specifically, right? So now that beer was on a whole nother level. And I also saw it, right? Because the lady who was taking her order, she she asked me if I wanted cinnamon, and I thought it would probably make it better. No, no, it didn't help anything. It did not help soothe the pain. So practically, what happened was I ended up eventually. I drank about like a good chunk of it. So like it was also a big beer. I think it was like a 16 ounce. Nah. I wasn't even drunk at that point either because beer is different. Beer is kind of like a little bit of a lighter liquor content, in my opinion, technically. And this isn't the first time I've had beer before either. Again, not really a beer drinker, but I'm still gonna do the Who's Octonal beer for my birthday. I do have to plan that one out specifically and how I want that to happen, practically. Anyway, not the time for this. Like, for that, but no, but I know for a fact that will taste way better than what I had to drink at the brewery. Again, I was not thinking that it was going to be that bitter. My uncle, who was used to drinking beer and alcohol more than me, he didn't even like it either, but he still drank it. I'm like, thank God, because I felt bad. My mom did warn me before then, and I kept telling her because I was suffering so bad because that's how bad it was for me. I'm like, next time we go to a brewery, talk me out of it unless I order something else. Never have me order a beer again. Unless it's like a tap thing, because again, it's supposed to be ale, so it makes sense on why it's bitter. But no. No. Listen, if you're not a beer drinker, don't do what I did. I'm not a beer drinker either, so like that's what I'm saying. It's just like it was bad. It was bad. Oh, it was bad. I was talking to V and Sarah and Mark the whole time and just crying within text messages. Just to I DM Mark. Mark doesn't have my phone number. V and my best friend Sarah do. V is also my best friend. But like I consider Sarah before V, even though it sounds mean, because like I've known Sarah longer than I've known V specifically. But I was crying to practically everybody. And also my godmother brought in mudslides. So I wasn't drunk by the beer, but I was definitely drunk on the way home. Oh, but like, oh, geez, the my godmother has a talent for making those for sure. Even the ones without liquor in them, they're good. But I wasn't feeling well after that because the mudslides have like dairy in it, so I was both in bliss and dying afterward, but it was worth it, and I was able to sleep well. So, yay! Here we go. Yes, I know you're here because I looked at your text, V. I did. I didn't see what Sarah sent me because I keep forgetting where my glasses are. I keep putting them in the same spot, and then I'm like, oh great. Yeah, it wasn't pumpkin spice. It was just supposed to be pumpkin flavor, and then you would think that it would be sweet, Mark. You would think that since it's pumpkin flavor, I was curious, and it was the wrong decision to drink it. It was the worst decision that I made last week. Oh gosh. And I have photos of the beer too. And then my aunt who was also there too, she ordered a hard seltzer and she's like, "Well, it just tastes like seltzer." And I'm like, I don't like seltzer at all. So I'm like, that is painful. Everybody else in my family is okay drinking like seltzer and stuff like that. Like for me, I drink like the iced bubble water or whatever. Oh no, it's sparkling water. It's not the same thing. So there's seltzer and then there's sparkling water. I drink sparkling water because there's more flavor in it than practically seltzer. I can't do seltzer. Like it kills me. I will if there's nothing else to drink. All right. But No. Kill me. Kill me. I am possessed, all right? I am possessed if I start liking seltzer. That's a problem. Uh, Speaking of, what are you eating this time? More cereal, V? For sure. I think that you are. Not that it matters, but I'm bringing it up anyway, so haha haha. And I imagine that's gonna be like the off-brand like Lucky Charms practically for sure. Snacks, yeah, no, that ain't valid. That ain't valid at all. That ain't valid. Oh, and yeah, speaking of, we did figure out what's wrong with my aunt. She has an enlarged liver. So, and I got to see what she looked like the same night of the French night. So, yeah, that was probably like the worst day ever because there's other shit that happened that day too. Pardon my swear though. But like, oh geez. It was like the worst day of like this month as a whole because like everything was just kind of getting dumped on me and then there's like there's just a bunch of stuff that's going on with me recently. And then I also have to deal with like my emotions being very explosive too. And that's normal with people with ADHD and I just hate that people don't expect that cuz like growing up, right? I was in the special ed classrooms because of my ADHD. And well, technically back then it was called ADD because I have inattentive type. Well, V has normal or the more common like ADHD technically. But like I've known and been friends with a lot of people who have ADHD and before people ask, my best friend Sarah does not have it. She had a different she she has OCD, but like she was also in the special ed classrooms as well, and that's how we kind of met because when we're in summer school, we were in the same speech class, speech group or whatever, because they would take us two at a time. So I don't know why they would have speech class specifically during like summer school, because like that was like the only time that happened was like in elementary school, I guess. I don't know. I'm glad that they do have it. I'm just confused on why because it didn't make sense to me, I guess. Like, cause there's also regular kids who went to summer school too because they just need extra help. It didn't have to do with having like an IEP or anything. Anyway, so like what people don't realize is that there's a lot to ADHD, and then people think of it as a joke and they don't treat it as reality. So, like, right, if you're dating somebody with ADHD, as an example, there's a lot they have to deal with, which is like it's not like we're doing it on purpose, and sometimes we are aware of it, and other times we are not. We are not. So it's both. It's both all over the place. A lot of people thought I had bipolar disorder, but also I was mistreated as a child. And this has nothing to do with my sister. This has nothing to do with my grandmother. This has nothing to do with like my mom's side of the family, right? So like, yeah, I've made videos talking about that subject, and a lot of stuff has messed me up more. And then also having ADHD already on top of that, growing up with ADHD, especially going through the teenage years, you're doomed. That was I never want to relive those again. Like I know a lot of people are like, yeah, I would love to relive my teenage years. Good for you. I don't want to go back to that. I would rather just keep getting older, honestly. I would rather move on because it got that bad. And like I've had to see kids get bullied so hard, and I was one of them. Just in general, because like so like a lot of people would think that like um every time I would be in a good mood because not like again during school I didn't show me being like happy in a good mood, and if I did it wasn't like when I was actually in a really really good mood, right? So like you guys who have been on my channel and have been watching my videos, you can see how I can get, right? So when I'm in a good mood, because it's literally like I'm having zoomies like 10 feet within each other. You can tell the difference when I'm having like a really really good day versus other things, right? So as like an example, oh Jesus, that's why it took me so long to get like in a minute I'll get back to this, but like Ugh. It was just hard because the fact when I this was before I was even a content creator before, I would have people come onto my live streams and just be straight up horrible to me just cuz, and I would be drinking like a monster or whatever, just having fun. People straight up thought I was underage drinking for some reason just because I was in a good mood. Makes no sense. But I can understand why it could seem that way, but like mm. We're moving from this topic. I'm done. It's just because, like, nah. Oh, wait for things. I thought you said waterings, wings. What? I don't even know. What are rolled cookie things? What are rolled cookie things? Oh, hazelnut filling. That's good. Hi, Noah. Wait. Okay, no, you guys are just talking to Noah for a second. Okay, because I thought Mark said something else too, and then I don't know. Either way, it is what it is though. But nah, because I I thought you said something else, Mark. I think I need more caffeine. Oh jeez. I straight up chugged a whole monster today because I want to get a bunch of chores done before uh Thanksgiving in general. Because my dad's coming over and then I have to deal with him literally just walking in the living room with his shoes on and I want to die. Cause oh Jesus, I hate that. Cause nah, the carpet. If there wasn't any carpet, right, right. If there wasn't any carpet in the living room, it would be totally different. But no. Cause like, what if you step in like dog poop and then you track it on the carpet? We do have a steam cleaner for the carpet. I just don't know how to use it too. So why would you send me that? Hold up. Why? Why? Oh, dang. Oh, those thingies! No, wait, what is that? I've never seen that before, but like it looks like that you cut it up into pieces. I know what the straw things are, kind of. Why why the what is that called? The caramel popcorn or whatever? Well, yeah, I was asking about it, but you didn't have to like. So wait, so let me get this straight. So practically, you send me a photo of your plate now, but you didn't want to show me like the Lucky Charms, right? From the last time. I don't. I don't understand that question. I don't understand that thing. Wasn't a question. The monster is warm and flat. Ugh. Could be worse though. Jesus. Could be worse. Also, I almost did not wear this dress again. Honestly, not that it matters, but I do love this dress and I couldn't wear it for a long time because I lost weight, so like it was so big right here and it just like my sleeves just kept falling off and I'm like I can't wear this out in public. Nah, that was bad. No, no, it's not, Mark. Why would that be bad luck? Well, I guess what it was, kind of. I mean, I said Lucky Charms. I remember when like Mark said it was Cheerios for some reason. Mark with the extra mile, he was just like saying like all different cereals. And then I say a different cereal too? Didn't I say cornflakes or some shit last time? I don't remember. I think it was. I think it was cornflakes. We have cornflakes. I eat that, and I remember bringing that up last live stream for sure. Hey, listen, if they were called Lucky Cheerios, I would eat those. I would eat those. I mean, I used to eat Cheerios a lot. Like, I can eat Cheerios straight out from like the box. Like, I don't need to eat it like normal cereal. Like, that's like That's like one of the snack cereals that you don't need to eat it like a regular cereal. If that makes sense. I don't think it makes sense. Or does it? Or does it not? We'll probably never know. But like cornflakes is a totally different thing. I eat cornflakes because for a lot of reasons that's just what I prefer because I can't have sugary stuff because it makes me sick. Or at least I should stay away from sugary stuff in general, but um because cornflakes are bland and stuff like that, and I eat bland food like all the time, considering like majority of what I eat is practically like French fries and mashed potatoes, practically. Oh god, yeah, it is what it is though. Like for sure, it's just yeah, I don't even know anymore. But but it's also funny because like my grandfather, which is it's his birthday today actually. Um, you guys can wish him a happy birthday if you want to, but he's dead. But like I went to go visit him earlier today just to make sure that I did. I was gonna bring him like a rock from my collection because I have like a lot. I got a problem. Like I have like 3 or 4 like Tide containers filled with rocks that I've collected over the sense of a while. But like so I have some to give away practically, but anyway, I have more than just in those containers because I still have to clean and wash them and stuff. So I was gonna do that, but yeah, it is what it is. He would have been 95 or 96 this year if he was still alive though. It is what it is. And then I think it was last year that we had like Thanksgiving. Sometimes his birthday lands on Thanksgiving, so it's hard. I yeah, so that's kind of how today went. Um Speaking of, I do have like my witchcraft history stuff if you guys wanted to look at that. I was also doing some journaling yesterday and the day before cuz considering yesterday I was doing all the stuff for uh the haunted history episode. When Jeffrey comes up, I have to explain what I already told Mark practically. So that's going to be interesting for sure. And literally, oh jeez. So there is no Charles the doll. There's Charles the I said it before. Ventriloquist. Is it? Am I saying that right, Mark? Am I saying that right? It's ventriloquist because he's supposed to be a dummy and he was based off Chucky. But and like right when I was trying to right, yes, okay, so I did get it right. So I was trying to look it up yesterday, couldn't find anything about it, and then like, because he was gonna be part of the video, and then now I'm not gonna do it. But like also Chucky was also based on Robert the doll too. Eh, Speaking of that, I have additional stuff to put in the notebook. Not my journal that you guys saw like 2 seconds ago. I need like a regular like notepad or something. Not just like a notepad, but like notebooks because I need to write big. Otherwise, I have no idea what the heck I'm saying in the first place. So it's like, you know, I don't know, but the point is, I'm proud on how that video is gonna be, though, and it makes sense. And then that's also what wasn't it like Slappy or whatever from like Goosebumps? I forget his name. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna I'm gonna look it up. Jeez, hold up. I'm gonna look it up. Um, let's see, because he's the face of Goosebumps, isn't he? Jeez, I can't spell. Goosebumps. Uh, yeah, but wasn't I thought it was Slappy or is it not Slappy? I'm very confused. He was in the Goosebumps film. Wait, they sell it at Walmart. I'm not surprised. It's a book, but I remember that the original episode of film Goosebumps because I watched it, but like I think it is Slappy. That's why I'm looking it up. But like I really think it is. And that's why it's driving me nuts because I should remember. Because oh geez, I used to love watching Goosebumps and hating it. Yeah, it is Slappy. That is Slappy. It is Slappy. That's his name, legitimately. And uh, and then there's the original episode that he was in, and then there's he comes back, so he's a recurring character in Goosebumps. And oh Jesus, I remember because there's a YouTuber Papa Meat who literally he made a couple videos about Goosebumps, and I watched all of them because they were really good. He even covered my favorite too, which is the plant one, because that reminds me of like Poison Ivy, if that makes sense, from like the Batman universe, the DC universe. Which is funny because as a kid, like my two main villains that I loved so much as a kid was practically Catwoman and Poison Ivy, which makes sense. And then my favorite hero of all time was Wonder Woman growing up too, which also makes a lot of sense, especially to people who know me pretty well. It makes so much sense. Oh, geez. I was a DC kid for sure. Like, speaking of, because we gave my grandmother one of the keychains that we had years ago from when we went to like Six Flags of like me, my sister, my older brother, half sibling. The only full blooded sibling I have is Brianna, and that's my older sister. And because everybody else is half practically, except for like my other older sister. My dad has 6 children, possibly more. He's even said that. So, oh my Jesus. But my mom only has 2, which is me and my sister. And thank God for her that she only had 2. Jeez. Especially for me, I was a terrifying child. Even though, like, technically my grandmother practically raised me anyway, but that's just because my grandmother was like she had the time for us, and she kind of took care of both me and my sister. She raised me and my sister. Uh and then because my mom was working a lot back then. So yeah. But I also kept getting my fingers stuck in things, so my poor grandma had to literally get me unstuck from practically she could not leave me alone for 2 seconds. I'm not kidding. My son so there used to be a bed in that room behind me, like behind this wall. There's another room that you guys have seen me film in there. I'm gonna answer your comment in a second, Mark. But like there used in it was a metal bed, and for some reason, I used to like to stick my thumbs on the ends in the little swirly parts, or like I would sometimes unscrew the bed parts and just stick my thumbs in there for some odd reason. And my grandmother had to always unstick me out because I would just like go in and out for like a stimulation thing with my thumbs. Then I would twist it with my thumb, put it in, twist it for some odd reason because I was bored, I guess, and I didn't want to play with the Barbies that were like in the other room, I guess. Uh it, my poor grandmother had to get me unstuck from multiple things if she didn't watch me constantly too. So it's just like either I was just staring off in the space or I was just doing something just really random and then I would end up getting stuck. Ugh. Sometimes I would even get stuck behind the couch too. I can't even fit behind there anymore. I'm not I'm small, but I'm not that small anymore. That sucks for sure. But she always got me out though. And no, she didn't use butter. She used like a different like lubricant or whatever to get me unstuck. And then she would always make a comment because both of my thumbs are different because I have one that's thin and skinny and then I have one that's short and fat. And I was born that way, but she always says that it was because I sucked this thumb too much, which I never really sucked on my thumbs as a kid either. So, yeah. I have no idea if that is or not because I honestly think that like practically Chucky is based off a lot of things, actually, not just one specific doll, if that makes sense. What they did to Annabelle is kind of weird because what they did for the Annabelle movies is like they made it so like that she was like a porcelain doll when that's not reality. And then also I think I brought this up like last live or whatever, but like I owned Raggedy Ann dolls, so in a way, like it's hard for me to be scared of Annabelle, if that makes sense, because I've owned Raggedy Ann dolls and I didn't care for them that much. Brianna loved them. I did not. But like I still play with them. I just didn't care for them that much. But it's also because like I watched, right, the episodes not the episodes, but like the episode of Ryan and Shane. And I feel like Jeffrey is gonna bring this up when Jeffrey comes floating in, possibly. Yeah, so it's gonna be no, cause I can't take it seriously because of how they were joking about Annabelle in that episode that they did about her. It's just the one comment about like, because again, excuse me, you're gonna think, right, that Annabelle or like a haunted doll, right? Because she does have small little plush hands, so it's hard to take it seriously when because she choked somebody. She did, and then again, when they thought about it, because they went to go like this and stuff, like it's and then talking about the plush hands, like they were speaking of like, well, it wouldn't hurt that much, but again, animals possessed though, so technically you'd be feeling the spirit's power, not the actual doll itself, if you think about it. But again, it's just how not Ryan, but Shane was talking about it, and just it's hard to take it seriously. I because for some reason that plays rent free in my mind. It just does. Oh, Jesus. Really? Oh, that okay. Well, I didn't know about that mark at all, but thank you for bringing that up. But, as I said before, Chucky is actually based on a lot of things. It's a plethora subject, actually. It depends on who you ask about the films, actually. But also, I love the child play memes when, the child's play memes because from some of my favorite YouTubers to um, they would be watching memes or, like, doing, like, a try not to laugh challenge, and then people would send him, like, the Child's Play memes about him, like, the mother taking Chucky and about to throw him in the fire, and then there's, like, "Ah!" And then there's all different things of just, like he's either saying stuff or rapping like Eminem or something, and then he's just like going like this, trying to like attack her or whatever. It's just so funny to me, at least. But oh, Jesus, I forget. Did I say hi to Noah when Noah was here? I fully forgot. I thought I did, and then now I'm like thinking that I didn't. But I feel you, Mark, because I can't spell for anything, honestly. Not making that up. I also make coffee, if that makes sense. Capricorn mug too. I took 2 big gulps there. Ow. Anyway, I also got a thing on my phone that it's the Mercury retrograde, and then I just realized that makes so much sense and why I feel crazy. Oof. Kinda, actually, yeah, Mark, you're actually right. It does. It does match. Somebody got this. So my grandmother is also a Capricorn, as well as I am, and so is my dad, and so is V. V is all like so. Both me and my grandmother are December Capricorn. V and my dad are January Capricorn, and doesn't matter, but like technically if we wanted to, I can actually let her drink out of this mug when she's over because she's also a Capricorn, if that makes sense. I don't because my mom's an Aquarius, so it's like you can't drink out of the mug because like you're not a Capricorn. Like this is like one of the only two that she can't drink out of because she's not a Capricorn. It sounds mean, but that's just how it is. So it's like if she had an Aquarius mug, I can't drink out of that because I'm not an Aquarius. A mug's a mug, but still branding, you know. But the other mug was my papa's, which says father on it, and she's not a father, so she can't. She's a mother, so she can drink out of my grandmother's other mugs that have like grandma and stuff like that on it, because my sister Brianna has Lily, which is her granddaughter, so she can drink out of those, and she's also a mom. So, and also my mom to me stays permanently like 48 in my mind. She's not 48 anymore, but my mom stays forever young in my brain. I do hate drinking when I'm wearing my glasses because I keep the spoon in there, right? Because I'm always gonna make like another cup of coffee, so I have it in there to stir. And then also I put a shit ton of like sugar in here, so that's also why, because it gets stuck on the bottom. It does feel nice to wear a dress for once though, but even though I've been wearing a dress like off camera. I got this at like Savers, not that it matters, but it's also one of my favorites because it's just very soft. I love how it feels. This is so soft. Also, by the way, this is not a necklace. This is just this is a rosary bead that is blessed. And this is the only one that can fit over my fat head. So like my head isn't as big, or it's like it's not as noticeable unless until I get my hair cut. So, and I'm gonna be doing that because again, my hair has been getting knotted so much. I need to cut my hair, even though I really don't want to, but I might have to at some point. And now my hair kind of looks more blonde than it does red. It's weird. No, that's not how that works, Mark. And also, that's hilarious, and that also makes a shit ton of sense that you are a Pisces, though, because you're practically very chill, so that makes so much sense. And a lot of people think that I'm a Scorpio though, because of because of how I can come off, but that's my rising sign. So I get that, but no, I'm a Capricorn. I gotta stick up my butt all the time. That is true. I'm not kidding. Considering it's hard for me to relax in general, Jesus, you are, because my little brother is also a Pisces. He his birthday is like March 5th, and I always got that confused with like my one of my ex friends because her birthday's in March too, but she's not a Pisces. I forget what she is. I think her birthday is like March 26th or March 25th. It's in the 20s. All I remember. And I feel bad because like during our whole friendship, I don't think I ever remembered her birthday straight up because I think it was just because like I would always get her confused with my little brother's birthday. Because again, he was March 5th, so eventually like that was easy for me to remember, which is funny. It's funny because there's a lot of people's birthdays I remember, but I like it's funny, but it's not. She okay, yeah, she was an Aries. That is true. I forgot. Thank you, Mark. And then also, my friend Ryan, remember him when I brought Ryan up in like the last live stream? I think. Either way, it doesn't matter. He was also an Aries, but I never remembered his birthday either, which I also partly feel bad. But I only knew Ryan for a year, practically. So, and also I think he did tell me like, but I'm good and bad at dates also, but like when I want something to be remembered, I post about it on that specific day. Therefore, I can always remember, if that makes sense. Or I remember because it has like a very big like significance to me. Significance. Ha. Point is, if it's an important date, majority of the time I will remember until I don't. But it also depends because like, oh Jesus. So like literally this month has been hard for me too. Is weird. I don't know what just happened. Was that the I think that was the what the heck? Cuz it just said the chat just disconnected and then it reconnected. Yeah, I can't say it apparently, Mark. I can't. Oh Jesus. I'm not surprised. Also, yeah, speaking of, thank you to Mark for being the first one to comment on my YouTube video, the one that like went out this morning. And I honest Mark, I straight up thought that you actually watched the video without saying anything all day. Because I was like, normally, like around this point, Mark would have already said something. So I was like, oh geez. And then, and then like probably like an hour before I started being live on the live stream, like you commented, I think was when I was doing a little bit more laundry and I was watching Outlander the whole time. Yeah, speaking of that, I do after the live stream I have a lot of stuff to do. So I'm going to be like running around the house like a crazy manic manic person. Oh, yes. I forgot. Hold on a second. I dropped something, but it's okay. I got it. I got it. It's here. My mom found it. Ugh. The broom is destroyed, kind of, but it is what it is. I do have to get the fuzzies off, but yes, success. We got the broomstick. Because oh my gosh, I asked her so many times. I'm like, where is it? Because I had to sweep the floor in the first place. This thing disappeared for a while. That was also really bad. Oh, Jesus. You can tell I'm starting to get relaxed because, like, after being like stressed out and going through like a big mental roller coaster, I'm slowly going back to normal. My anxiety is bad, like today, though. So that kind of also explains why I'm like zoomies. I also got zoomies like last night, too. It was hilarious. You guys should have seen it. Not with this broom. No, that's not gonna do jack anything. And this is $4. This is not that it matters. Like it's still there. I'm not surprised. I mean, a lot of people do, but yeah, steampunk. If you see this later, I got it. Ooh. I got it though. Oh my gosh. I keep doing that. There's a humidifier right here. There is. That's what I'm hitting by accident. But nah. So I got it. So next YouTube video when I'm filming out. Okay, not the haunted history episode, but I might bring it back in for a cameo probably. No, I'm not the type, Mark, for that. No. But and also it's by accident because I don't figure how big this is and then all like like you can't really see it on anyway, not the point. But yeah, so this was missing for a while and I think it was in my mom's room this whole time and she found it. So I'm like, great. So it's a good thing because I have to do sweeping after this anyway. So again, cameo for everybody for the broomstick. I got it. I found it. It's here. It exists now. Now I'm gonna go put it back. Not that I need it, but yeah. I hit the wind chimes. So for those of you guys who don't know, there's wind chimes like above. I don't even know what that's called. Like the wall, because like my grandmother has like a couple of them. We never put them outside. So it is what it is, though. Also, I'm wearing my gloves because I don't want you guys to see my eczema. Practically, I do have to put the light on. I really have the zoomies. If you guys haven't seen, like, can tell. There we go. It is what it is. It doesn't help the quality, but at least you guys can see me at least a little bit. I mean, because there's still some natural light coming in. The sunset's beautiful though, because the blinds are open. Oh, they have nice Christmas lights. Oh wait, no, those aren't Christmas lights. Those are fairy lights. Because I can see in the sunroom of like my neighbor down the street. Not that it matters, but oh god, it is what it is, I guess. And there goes my hair. Jeez. Hey. No, it's just because like it's confidence reasons because like every time I like you guys can't really see it right now because like this one isn't as like dominant as like the other eczema ones. I just don't trust me, every time I do a photo shoot recently, I literally don't have any confidence because when I'm not wearing my gloves, you can see, my eczema and I hate having to look at it because I already have to look at it enough in general. So it's one of the main things that's happened to me like recently because my eczema just keeps getting worse. And I'm just trying to deal with it, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm wearing the gloves. And plus these ones are my favorite too. So and plus these ones go better with this outfit versus hold on, the other ones I have. Which are these? For sure. These are normal. Well, eh. Well, they're both normal gloves, but that's besides the point. Yes, it is good to see you again. Oh wait, Jesus. I forgot what your real name was for a second. Please tell me again. I am sorry. It is good to see you again, though. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was gonna say Jonathan for some reason. So is it just regular? Is it just John in general, or is it Jonathan? Because for some reason, my brain wants to say Jonathan. For some reason, I don't even know. Ah! Yay! Okay, so I did remember your name. Thank goodness. Thank the stars. Oh, trust me, I'm bad with names. And again, like you haven't commented on much of my stuff, so like that's not your fault. That's not your fault. That's just me being a dumbass. So like I've never been good with names too. And then when I think of Jonathan, I think of Stranger Things as well. So um beautiful name by the way. Even though you probably do not look like the same Jonathan. I don't know. I just see your profile photo, so it is what it is. But yeah, it's good to see you again. And stuff has been crazy recently, so I'm sorry that we didn't get to plan the Huzak Tunnel video, but I'm not going to be able to do it this month at all. Because one, the Merc has to get fixed, and it's been prolonged already. And then also, well, not only that, but me and V have plans to do a little bit more job hunting on December 1st. And then we also have to contact the other place about like an interview and stuff like that because we haven't heard back from them yet. But then again, it's also Thanksgiving, so their hiring manager is still recovering from surgery, so it's just like not only that, but it would be time to contact them at that point. But and then also I have like family stuff because it's Thanksgiving, so like I'm gonna be like pulled around everywhere. Ooh. My family's huge, so I'm gonna be dying for most of this. I'm not kidding. If you're wondering what that noise is, I'm going like this. That's what this is. I mean, we could do the 29th of December, which that's my birthday. So if you wanted to do that day, we could do that day if you want to, but you don't have to. But I'm going to be filming at the Huzak Tunnel that specific day. And the 28th, possibly. It depends. It would be cool to do a 2-day video though. I kind of know what I want to do for that video, but it's going to be interesting. I mean, I guess, but the more people, because I'm already gonna have like two other people with me during that video. So if we're gonna paranormal investigate, it's not really the best thing to do it in a big group. And I'm not the only one who says that, because if listen, if you watch Noah's videos, he'll say the exact same thing. So I'm not the only one who say that, by the way. Why does it keep doing that? Why does the chat keep disconnecting and then reconnecting? That's so mean. That's never done that before. I'm so weirded out by that. But yeah, because that is what some of the video is gonna be. So, and I have other stuff planned for that day. So, nope, I didn't even know that it existed at all. I gotta stop fiddling with this because like my lip balm's gonna get dry, but I can't help myself because I like hearing the click noise. I mean, I could do that with this a pen. I don't know where it went. Ooh, ooh. I don't. It sounds like something that would be in a creepypasta though, or like in those like 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 the horror YouTubers where they tell you like horror stories. I listen to that while I sleep, bruh. Literally. Also, I am happy that like my cousin's not home. He lives on the upstairs apartment, and I've been pretty loud recently, so that's perfect. It's where? Okay, that's what I thought that you were saying. I wasn't sure because I don't have the abbreviation for mountain. I don't I don't do the abbreviations. I'm not smart at all. For sure. Jesus. No, you're good. That's just me being an idiot. So, literally. And also, I'm partly blind, and I really gotta put my glasses on every time I have to read the chat. I keep forgetting. Like, I can read the chat like this, but it's just very blurry. And then when I put my glasses, I have stigmatism, so I'm blind. You're dead of what? I'm very confused. It's not your fault, Jonathan. Like I again, like I've been very stressed out very badly recently. So like I'm also coming back from the dead as well. So I fully get it. I fully get it. For sure. And then also I realized that if we're gonna do it on my birthday, like I have to clean my snow pants because there's still gonna be like a big thing that there might be snow, but also probably not because that happened to me last year. I was sweating to death last year during that video I did with Noah. Oh god. Because it was warm on my birthday and that normally never happens. It's normally that there's a big ass snowstorm on my birthday. You have no idea how many times that's happened. I hate it. Like, like my birthday normally always gets canceled because of that, and I hate it so much. It's painful. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I have to be careful because I've had people in my family get cataracts too. So like, I gotta, I gotta be careful in general. My papa had cataracts, but he got surgery to remove it, and then he had to put a little. He had to put like glass lenses in his eyes, I think. He did have to wear glasses, but he didn't have stigmatism. My grandmother has stigmatism, and that's where I get my stigmatism from. And same with my mom. They got me and my sister mixed up. So my sister didn't need glasses back in the day, but they gave her glasses. And then they said that I needed reading glasses, and then apparently I didn't need reading glasses at the same time. And then like right when I was in like my senior year of high school, that's when I needed the glasses because I was trying to do so much for my digital art class, right? And for some reason, I hate that it keeps doing that. I've never had that problem before. But anyway, before I forget, it's just like I couldn't see what she was doing for Photoshop, and she was teaching us Photoshop, and I couldn't see anything. So she had to sit by me practically all the time because I legitimately could not see. And she was just trying to teach me. And then at that point, considering I couldn't go to the eye doctor back then, I had to technically I didn't go until after I graduated. And then that's when I knew, and then also my stigmatism got worse in one eye, so that's why I have to wear the new glasses. So it sucks, but I suffer apparently. Yeah, that's how genetics can be, Jonathan, for sure. Because again, like, so as an example, so like my grandmother had rheumatoid arthritis, and you can have arthritis no matter what age you are. You can be born with it because it's a genetic thing. All right. People have told me that I shouldn't be having it because I was so young having it. It bothered me so much. I also have flat feet, by the way. That makes it 10 times worse. I had to be carried a lot. And then I'm surprised that I didn't have V carry me like when we were at like Fright Fest because I was suffering that day because like because it was activating because like I don't normally walk that much. And I tell you, Six Flags always triggers my arthritis for some reason. It's just like from walking. Maybe it's the ground or whatever, I guess. I have no idea. But anyway, so like my mom also has rheumatoid arthritis. She grew out of it. Mine started coming back. So when I was in middle school, my rheumatoid arthritis went away, and then now it's coming back. So practically, it's literally like I'm just a little ball of pain, practically for myself, I guess. Because now I have eczema, and then now I have to deal with my rheumatoid arthritis and other shit that came back, and I've been dealing with that, so it's pretty hard. But nobody needs to know about the extra one because that's TMI mostly. But yeah, it sucks either way. Yeah, but you know why I refuse though. But no, so like my grandmother had rheumatoid arthritis, so did my mom, and then I did. It skipped my sister though. She doesn't have to deal with it. She doesn't have rheumatoid arthritis. Also, my mom has carpal tunnel, and guess who also got carpal tunnel? My ass! Yay! Because when I write or if I'm holding my phone, right? So my phone likes to rest like right here in the middle of my palm, right? Oops. Likes to rest like right here all the time and I'm holding it like this majority of the time. It's a bad habit. Pain shoots all the way up my arm into my shoulder. That is carpal tunnel. And also, it could also be arthritis too, but it's mostly carpal tunnel. It is. And then I have to rub right in here and I could feel the pain shooting up my arm and everything else. And it also happens when I write. So like if I'm doing notes and research, right? If I'm doing that for constantly for an hour or even when I'm doing physical journaling, I'm in pain practically. It only happens when I'm writing too much or if I'm trying to perfect my writing to write smaller. Like if I have to write very small writing and one I can't always read it. So I applaud myself when I can do it, but I can't do it all the time because it literally hurts my arm. And yes, I am a lefty. I'm mostly a lefty. I used to switch between both of my hands. And also my grandmother when I was younger because I was going to go into a Catholic school as a kid, she was trying to force me to write with my right hand because there during the time there's still nuns in the school and nuns don't like people who are left-handed because they're considered the spawn of Satan practically because they're left-handed for some reason. So she didn't want me getting beat by a ruler just because I was left-handed. So she wasn't trying to be mean, she was just trying to help me not get like attacked during school hours. I was also lucky I didn't have to deal with that because I didn't have like which is funny because the uh the principal of the school at the time, she was a nun, but she was the sweetest woman ever. She still is. She she used to work at Big Y for a little bit. Now she works back at the church and stuff, but I'm happy for her because she missed it. And she used to go to the nunnery too, which is in like West Springfield, Massachusetts. It has to be because it's off of Riverdale Road, kind of like it's near it's down the street from Hooters. Not that that matters, but oh Jesus. That's a beautiful, beautiful chapel, though. I never got to go inside. My sister did because they had like a field trip in like I don't know what grade. She was there until like third grade, I thought. So she got to like uh do a field trip there, but that's also why we have a lot of rosary beads, all right? This is the only one that fits around my fat head. Like cuz also okay. So when I used to do Bible study or whatever, whoever calls it whatever, we called it CCD, my family did. And so practically I'm still mad to this day that my grandmother had to take me from like the play that we were doing cuz we had to switch churches for some reason for CCD or whatever. I forget what the reason was. And so I did CCD there at that church and I missed it there. I actually really liked I actually had friends in that CCD class and that only happened once because again, I'm mostly like antisocial majority of the time, so it's like yeah, but it doesn't matter. The point is that like so we did whatever we had to do, right? They had like us do like fun coloring activities and praise the Lord like all the time. It didn't happen like that, but summing it up. And practically, so we had to choose our. I still have it to this day. I don't know if I have it with me right now, but I chose like a rainbow crystal rosary bead, which is not this, obviously. I think this one was one of either this was my mother's or this was my sister's. I don't remember, but I love this because it's my favorite color. It's light blue. Mine was rainbow, and then I used to wear it around my neck because it could fit over my head because I was such a small child. So it's really like I miss doing that. Now it doesn't fit over my head at all, and it makes me cry because I miss wearing it as like a necklace because I used to do that all the time. My mom used to get mad at me because she's like, "Well, if you're not gonna do your rosary beads, why are you wearing it like a necklace?" This one can fit around my head. I can wear it as a necklace if I want to, and I do sometimes. Like I wore it in the photo that I used for the thumbnail for this. Practically, I also love that outfit. I'm wearing this. I'm wearing the same leggings actually. Not that it matters. I only have one pair of leggings, but literally, I bet I'm Roman Catholic. Actually, I'm not Christian. I'm Roman Catholic. My dad's Christian. I I know. I don't get why like my grandmother and everybody else was fine with it. I just don't understand why my mom didn't like it, I guess. And I'm not the only cuz again, rosary beads aren't supposed to be worn as a necklace anyway, but like some people wear it as necklaces. And again, this was blessed. All the rosaries that we have were blessed by priests. So, like again, like say if I went to like the Huzak Tunnel right now and I did like a ghost hunt or whatever, I would be protected because this is excuse me, this is blessed by the church that I grew up at too. Also, every time I would go to church, oh, I would be singing. I would be singing with everyone else. I also did chorus. Not that it matters, but I did chorus. I was also in drama. Oh my god. Cuz the one part that I did for a play in high school that I actually finally got a solo in general finally after years of trying out. I mean, I understand I'm probably not like Mother Teresa with singing, but like I know it wasn't that bad to get rejected that many times either. Like geez, I tried to get out of my comfort zone. That's what I tried. Always got denied. They always gave it to the popular kids. And then they're like, "Oh, we don't favor the popular kids." You do. You do, and that's a problem. My music teacher, to make it up to me, he gave me an award for the music technology class that I took that he had, and I used GarageBand. I love that class actually. I used to love making music off of GarageBand. Sadly, you can't. It's not the same because like they have like a paid subscription because it's like a school thing. So like right now, if I were to use like GarageBand on my laptop, it would not be the same at all. And so one of the assignments was like, so you had to pick, right? You had to pick your favorite game and try to replicate the soundtrack similarly, not too much, to get copyright or whatever. Uh, V knows exactly the game that I chose, and if V, you don't know, I'm gonna be very mad at you because you should know because you know me for years, so you should know. Mark can probably take a guess because I've kind of speaked about how much I like to play that game. Speaking of, I'm probably gonna play it for like 10 minutes after this, and I say that, and it's probably gonna be like a full on hour. Cause like, what time is it? It's like 4:41. Yeah, because I have to end this before way before 6. So like probably at like 5:30 I have to end it because my mom's coming home and I have to help her make the mashed potatoes and other stuff for Thanksgiving. So like tonight is just like prepping, so I got most of what I needed to done today. So yay. Yes. Wait, what's amazing? The class or like I'm very confused, Jonathan. You did too, what? I bet. I'm gonna get so fat within like the span of like 5 days. Because again, like so we're gonna have our food and then we're gonna have and then I have to go down to my sister's. And then I also had to like go to my godmother's house for desserts and stuff. So I'm gonna get pretty fat, literally. That's nice, V. Congratulations. That will be fun. Take me with you. I am your dad has adopted me as his extra child. V's dad is literally one of the best men alive, practically. He's the nicest dude ever, for sure. So, yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god. That's so nice. Did you ever try out for solos or were you too shy to do that? Jonathan, because like now I'm curious. Please tell us your life story about the chorus. I want to know. In high school, I wore my stilettos, and these weren't the same ones that I wore a little bit before, but um, not the stilettos that I had, because like my godmother gave me stilettos like in high school for um just to look nice. Hey, they like to see me dressed up nice every so once in a while, and I had to for the concerts. But, like, so whenever I had to walk up the little, what do they call that? I don't know, like, the stand where you had to, like, walk up, and then majority of the time I had to walk all the way up because I'm short, so I had to walk all up the stairs or whatever. I almost tripped and died so many times, but did I look great? Yes. Was it worth almost dying? Yes, except for when we had to do, like, the symphony hall. Oh my god, I kept tripping that day. Oh my god. Yeah, speaking of, so I'm gonna show you guys in a second, but because I want to read the chat too. So nice. I feel that. Aw, I'm sorry, Jonathan. I feel like I had more like confidence than you did in high school because like I was trying to get out of my comfort zone a lot, but like I also wanted like my chance to have like to be the main character if that makes sense. It sounds weird, but, I wanted my turn, and that's not a bad thing, if that makes sense. I don't even know if that makes sense. It don't matter, I guess. Trumpet's fine. That's nice, cool. Hey, ADHD ain't an excuse. I have ADHD too, bruh. That's probably why you found my channel in the first place. I'm not joking, because oh, Jesus. Most of my audience has ADHD too. Like, I'm not kidding. But also, again, there is different types of ADHD, so I fully get that because again, I have inattentive type, but I also know what I want and when I want it too at the same time. So it's kind of like it's hard to explain, but like that's just how I am. That doesn't mean that you're gonna be the same either. Cause V is just over here like tap dancing in the background all the time. So there's that. I almost dropped out of high school, and it was not because of my ADHD, it's just because my mental health was just so bad. Everything caught up to me, like, oh my gosh. Like, quarantine hit me hard, and that's also kinda why my body type is different too. Because I lost so much weight, and I can't really regain everything that I trust me, if you saw, like, a photo of me in high school and a photo of me now, woo! Total difference, for sure. I'm not even oh, Jesus. And the thing that's messed up is that I know a lot of my ex-friends, if they're still friends with me now, they would tell me that I look so much better than I did back in high school. And I still deal with, like, acne problems. You guys can't really see it because of the bad quality because of my webcam. But women suck, okay? And this is coming from a woman, okay? This is like, oh Jesus. Mm. Listen, I would rather take like like I can take physical abuse, trust me, but like being around women during like my teenage years, I'm surprised I'm still living in a way for sure. Oh, you do see my Instagram? Since when? I didn't even know. Well, welcome to my Instagram page, I guess. I have multiple Instagrams, but it's mostly because like the Miss Bro Photos account, that wasn't like my ex-friend made that one. And that was supposed to be like a partnership of our photography stuff, and she made me the face and everything. So, yeah. She's a really good photographer though. She was very talented. She just had to keep being uh consistent, but yeah. And then cuz I have a photography account too that I made. And then there's the pet account too, and my blog that I made because I got logged out of my main account, and that's why that one exists mainly. And then I got a lot of Instagram accounts, so I'm hopefully it's my main one that you're talking about. Hopefully, uh, and then yeah, because I have a lot of social media platforms. People like think that it's like very interesting and how I'm able to like keep up with all of them at once. They're literally like, "You're magic," and I'm like, It's not magic. That's just ADHD, bruh, for sure." And I think one's missing. I think a bead is missing because this is. Oh, these are too big of species. Too big of species because there's beads like all over here that don't have like the big gap in between. There's some beads missing on this. I don't. That's not my thing. I take magnesium though. Speaking of, I should probably take it. But then again, I'm not sure because I kind of want a wine cooler at the same time. So, heck with that. I'm gonna get a wine cooler. I have my coffee, but I don't really like this one because this one's citrus. But this is the only one that I have in here. I can tell my mom had another one, or she took the strawberry daiquiri flavor. But yeah, cheers, Jonathan. But like that's why I kind ow, ow, ow. Yep. It's not as bad as I remember, but it makes me think of like the blue Hawaii that I had at my cousin's wedding. Tastes like it too, because there should be coconut rum in this. No, it's not. It's just coconut flavored. I don't know why I said coconut rum. There's only 3.2 alcohol in this, but I'm gonna possibly like pass out right after I have this because this is enough to just get me tired. Whew. I do love the color, but I just don't like citrus. I don't, for sure. Yeah, 3.2 doesn't really do much, but it relaxes me enough so I'm not like tense. Like I'm always tense. And then speaking of, like last night I couldn't sleep at all. So I'm gonna be asleep when my mom comes home because she's getting home at 6. Like what time is this? Like 4:51 p.m. And oh jeez. My back and my stomach was killing me. Like I had abdominal cramps with my back killing me, and I have back problems like all the time. It's mostly because of my mattress, and I keep telling my mom we should get a new mattress because it hurts so bad that like I can't sleep at all, and I can't even get comfortable. I rotate like a rotisserie chicken when I'm trying to sleep. I'm not even kidding, and I had to. I was sweating to death because it's hot in my room because of the heater, the furnace. So I was sweating to death. Had to put the fan on. Excuse me, and I had to sleep with the heating pad because otherwise I didn't fall asleep. I woke up at like 4 a.m. this morning. Oh, I hate it for sure. Yum! Hey, strawberry. That's beautiful. That's the good flavor. Because strawberry ain't citrus. It ain't citrus. Okay, no, it's not citrus because citrus is like pineapple and oranges, in my opinion, and a couple other fruits. But strawberries are not even on that level. And I don't consider like cherries citrus either. Because again, citrus is mostly like pineapple and like oranges. Ugh. Which is funny because I can drink orange juice, have no problems, but my body doesn't like it when I try to eat an orange. I'm not even kidding. I try to eat it, it comes right back up. Literally, I do. I do. It's it's Rebecca Hunley practically. My profile photo is the same as the one that I have for YouTube. So I'm easy to find. I look like a basic person. So like I have a lot of lookalikes. I'm not surprised. But also I have a shit ton of family. Like again, my family's huge. Both my dad's family and my mother's family. So yeah. And again, I've been on a mental roller coaster recently, so I'm just trying to survive. Like my anxiety was really bad today, specifically, but like I'm starting to feel better if that makes sense. Slowly, because again, once I feel better for like about like probably like a couple days, and then I go back into the mental roller coaster for a full week. I hate it, but like that's one of the main things of ADHD, and that's what people don't understand is because like, there's an emotional side because we can't our brains won't turn off, and that's why some people with ADHD like to smoke, right? Or I take magnesium so my brain can finally be quiet, or I drink alcohol occasionally. If it gets really bad, I need it because otherwise my brain won't be quiet, and the magnesium takes a little bit for it to work too, in a way, because technically I would say that, like, alcohol works a little bit faster, but it is what it is. Also, I was just too lazy to drink the monsters because it got warm, so it tastes weird. Um, but no, it depends on what's going on, and I don't like to lean on alcohol either because I've seen it like destroy so many people and so many family members in general. That's why I only keep it to having like one or two, mostly two, or one. It depends on like if it's a family thing, sometimes I'll have a second one, but it also depends on what they're having too. It depends on what's on the menu for it, but like majority of the time I don't, but if they offer it, then I'll take it. But that's also because to make sure that I'm relaxed and I'm not like being an irritated person the whole time too. Like it depends on like how I'm feeling during the day, and depends on how bad it can be. Because when you have ADHD, you can also deal with being like irritated all the time, or you have to deal with like a bunch of emotions at once, or you have to deal with like nothing, feeling nothing at once. Like and then you have like attachment issues too, and then people like again, people think that people with ADHD have bipolar disorder when we don't. like there's more to being autistic and having ADHD because again, people don't take it seriously because it's not something that's shown fully because it's a neurological disorder and it makes me mad because there's a lot of listen, there's a lot of things that are untrue about ADHD that's being released and people believe it. And then there's a lot of people who pretend to be doctors too. Mm, the only person who would know about it is neurolo- a neurological doctor, which is a brain doctor specifically. I can't speak. And no, I'm not drunk. I'm just again, I'm recuperating from the mental roller coaster I just got out of. But like the point is that people need to understand that there's more to ADHD. Like our depression issues are worse than a normal person. Anxiety is 10 times worse because it's different for us because of our difference in dopamine levels because our dopamine levels aren't consistent, which is why we come off very high sometimes when we're actually in a good mood, or we come off like a total bitch too because of like how we just feel and we can't control it, and then we just act on emotion all the time. We sometimes some people with ADHD are aware of it; they'll apologize. Yes. Also, a lot of people do not. They do not because they're not aware of it. There's two different things and they don't mean to because it's just how their brain works. And I just want people to understand that like they're again, like my best friend has a roommate who has really bad ADHD. She has to take meds for it. And I'll answer your comment in a second, Jonathan. I do see it. So just give me a second. The whole point is that like I'm always helping her understand how her roommate's brain is, but I also tell her that it doesn't excuse it. I'm just trying to tell her that she does not mean to do it on purpose. And I would know because I used to act very similar to how her roommate acted when I was a kid because it was hard for me to manage myself back then. I can manage myself better now, but I can get a bit out of control and then I literally just feel like a horrible person because I've had to deal with people being so hard on me through years, either if it was like my dad or like some family members, especially recently, or like like every time I feel like I can't do like daily chores or daily tasks, right? Because sometimes I can't basically function like a human being. I feel like a piece of shit. And it's hard for me because I also have to know that I do have to start like I'm aware of it, but I also can't force myself to do certain things on certain days. Like sometimes that's why my YouTube videos are late a lot of the time is because like I don't have the motivation or I can't get myself to get up and edit because my brain is forcing me to just lay down and watch TV and eat snacks all day practically. Like I hate it more than anybody else does because I understand and then people are literally like, "Well, you can't make excuses." Right? I'm not making excuses. I'm just trying to express how I feel practically. That's my way of expressing myself, and not everybody's going to understand that. And that's why I like to be an advocate for ADHD is because I understand it more than anybody else. And also I do the actual research that's actually the real stuff. If you look for it, they do have real stuff online about ADHD and it's always changing because they always found new stuff about it. And not everybody with ADHD has the exact same type, but people put it as a stereotype and they literally put us all in the same category and it's not the same thing. There's different levels just like there is for autism too. Because I also had a friend years ago, probably back like 2022, right? He was autistic and you can kind of tell, but if you didn't know him very well, then you can't see it, right? So he got like attacked a lot of the time because a lot of people are telling him that he doesn't have it, but he actually does, and I can confirm that poor turd. But anyway, yes. Anyway, continue. Yeah, I get that, but again, that's why I only do it occasionally because I can't stop myself from having fun because it is a fun thing to do once in a while. Just do not make it a habit. That's all. And I just think I probably have like a strong will if that makes sense for that because again, as I said before, I know what I want and when I want it. So that's just the type of person I come off as. People can tell you that. Trust me, V can vouch for that cuz she's seen me do some crazy shit. in general, just to go for certain shit. Like, trust me, if I want it, I'll go for it. But it always has to be my decision. Like, you can literally put an idea on the table, but I have to either consider it or I have to like flavorize it, if that makes sense. It's weird. So like that's just how people with ADHD work too in a way. It's quite interesting. And this is what we get about Thanksgiving. I also don't like Thanksgiving because of like everything around Thanksgiving. Because one, killing a turkey bugs me so much because a lot of turkeys have to get slaughtered for like this one holiday. So that makes me depressed, all right? So it's also the fact that other stuff. But it's also the fact mm, and this is also what I hate is because like people don't understand like my brain goes blank and then people get mad at you for like you're about to say something but you don't finish your sentence too because that can also happen. Jesus. What was I gonna say? There's other no. Yeah, because what happened to the indigenous people, that's also why I don't like the holiday specifically. And that's also why Bayou doesn't like the holiday, but that makes sense because he's also part indigenous. Good luck, Bayou. I gotta watch Bayou's videos. His second channel, I've been seeing like new videos of his channel and I haven't watched him in a while and I feel bad. But like I've been going through stuff right now, so it's like there's that. I also had to watch like Kim's videos before bed or listen to it before bed, like the abandoned mental hospital that he did recently, which is also there's a prison also a part of that video too. That's why like that video was so long. But that was a really good video that he did recently. His videos have changed within not even a year, but like I'm proud of him actually. He also does really good voiceovers, which I'm surprised. But I also listen to him is because like he has like a calm and relaxing voice and he talks very slowly. So like I guess that just helps me sleep, I guess. I don't know. He is one of the YouTubers that I really want to collaborate with at some point. It's like when I get my Jeep and my trailer, I definitely will probably try to collaborate with him and stuff like that because he finds the coolest places ever. And some of them are like really cool, like, time capsules too. Like one of my favorite ones was like a 1970s mansion and there was a bird in that video. And I've rewatched that video so many times. Like now I can't kind of watch it because of my because it's my fault. I also watch the proper guys too. They have really good videos too. My favorite one is probably the mall where they thought they almost got caught too. Thank God that they didn't. But that one was really cool though. But yeah. There is a place again, there was a place that I wanted to do this year that I won't be able to go to. And I don't even know what it is. I just know it's like it's an abandoned business building. That's it. And I know exactly where it is, but right now me and V can't do that place because she has to get used to her manual Jeep. So thank you, V, for the timing. I'm just teasing you. Don't hate me. mm, I'm teasing you. Don't hate me. All right. Okay. So yeah, speaking of, I think I saw that you followed me on yeah, because you sent like a request message too. So yeah, about you Facebook too. The I also have my blog on Facebook too as well. So there's that. I bet. Also, where is that? Well, considering your area, you live near like North Adams, right? So that makes sense. That means that you probably know a lot of cool places that are abandoned over there. Oh yeah, so like there's a cool house that's abandoned in North Adams. It's literally across the street from like what is it? I think it's Hillside Cemetery, I think. I'm not fully sure, but like I think it's Hillside Cemetery. It's like the excuse me. I don't remember if I uploaded that video either cuz I remember recording it. because I recorded that one on Father's Day because we couldn't do the Who's That Tunnel because there's so many people there and I couldn't record. And then it's weird. Like it's really weird because like I don't know because again it's because we couldn't record there, so we went there instead. And then it's a black house, and that house gives me the weirdest vibes ever. But I oh man, I really wish that I could explore that one. And I know it's abandoned though, because there's no way. But like that people live in that one. And I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't. But to me it looks like it. So it's literally like ah I don't know. I don't know. It's a very cool house, but it also kind of looks like the monster house, but not really. But it's a beautiful black Victorian house. Victorian house. Yeah. I wish people could like explore that one, but that would be way too risky though, for sure. Oh, dang it! Yes, I was right. I was right. I was right. I've been to that cemetery. I've done like one video there, at least, or two. I don't know. Ooh, ooh. Why are you getting me very excited with like recommendations of places? Ah, that would be so good for YouTube and to do the history for that, bro. Ah, we have to collab more than once because like you're closer to my area, so I could probably be able to work with you a lot more. So, ah, man, dang it, it just sucks because like I want to do so much on my birthday too at the same time, and then I also hate you too at the same time because, like, listen, that makes me want to do more in the span of like the 28th and the 29th. It sucks. Oh, well, you did say you're shy, but that's not the same thing as being a chicken. Yeah, go have fun, V. I will. Go have fun, V. Go enjoy your rabbits. Hopefully, you don't get scratched up like you did last time. Holy Jesus. Yeah, because having rabbits isn't the like it's fun, but it's also not because they scratch the heck out of you, and then it's like it's deep scratches too. It hurts like the dickens. I would know because I've had a bunny that was thrusted upon me by somebody else. It was somebody else's rabbit. They brought it over, and then apparently it became ours afterward. Don't get me wrong, I loved Blue so much, and yeah, his name was Blue. I didn't name him, but he was a cute little rabbit, but he also was an antisocial rabbit. So I'm like, that's also why I relate to him. Mm. It is what it is, I guess. What time is it now? It's 5:09. Uh, we got to get over there. Anyway, I do have to answer my text, but um dang, I just forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it! Oh, jeez. I'm not drunk. I promise you. Again, my roller coaster emotions hate me. Listen, this is what having ADHD is like, practically, and it is also different for every single person. And then I suffer. I do. Wait, wait, how long ago was that? Oh, now I feel bad. That was an hour ago. I'm sorry. Oh, that was the ugliest sound ever. No, but yeah, so like the places that you were talking about though, there's a couple. Oh my gosh, Jonathan, Jesus, there's the abandoned asylum I went to. Uh, okay, yeah. So me and Noah tried to do that like last year. Oh wait, was it last year? No, it was the year before last year. Yes. But we couldn't get in there. Noah almost got us caught though, cause like Noah just kept going. They were doing construction. Like he's walking right up to the dudes. I'm like, please, no. Ugh. But I hate that because like, oh my god, you would have loved that place too because that. You should watch that video. You should. I will send it to you later. I will send that to you later. I do, but we can talk about it after the live though. After live. It's different if we talk about it on messages because like I don't want to leak places out like this. So but I do love that place and that was the first big place I ever explored. That's why that place means so much to me. And it was also the coolest place ever. That place is huge. But that video could have been better if I had an outro. I don't know what happened to it. Either I deleted it because I remember recording it, or I could have thought that I recorded it and I didn't. Ugh. It sucks. All right, it does. It does. Also, I'm glad that like the chat hasn't disconnected either in like the longest time. So, yay. What time is it? Because like I'm getting like time anxiety because again I have Jesus I got a lot to do and then tomorrow again we're gonna be probably cooking all day. Bruh. Yes, thank you, Eric. I knew that you said that. Also, I love how like I don't know, you come in like weird times when I like go live, I guess. I don't know. Like somebody asked me when's the next time I'm going live. Technically, honestly, you'll never know because like my live streams are kind of spontaneous too. So like there's I tell Jeffrey ahead of time. I tell Mark ahead of time. Jonathan, you're different because um I didn't get to message you before then, so like now we can. So like you're gonna be also in the mix now. V always knows because she's my main moderator, and that's why she's here. Well, she's gone, but like you know what I mean. She's the only main moderator here. Speaking of, before I forget, yeah, you're gonna be also standard mod right now. That may change with time though. Because again, if you're here as much as V is, I have to summon her into the live streams majority of the time though. Because we or sometimes she's with me here in person, so she's like sitting like right here. She's not now because she's at her house. But I'm just saying it's funny because I have to summon her, and then also like don't get me wrong, I love V to death, but like whenever I'm doing a live stream, she's throwing candy at me the whole time. I'm like, listen, right now I don't need that because like I just don't want to get too mad and stuff. So she understands that, but sometimes she forgets. But like she has ADHD too. She gets bored because she's just sitting there, you know? So and she doesn't really have to do too much. She is the main moderator for the channel, but she's also doesn't have to really do much, or at least not right now. She doesn't have to tell people off or what because recently it's been chill. So whew. Yep. It is what it is. What time is it? I'll let you guys go now because I got a lot to do, and also my time anxiety is getting to me too. And I need to breathe. Not only that, but it's mostly just chores and stuff, so I do have to get going. I didn't want to go for 2 hours because again, my mom gets out at like 6, so I want to be able to get as much done as I can. So, and then I also have to change because I only dress nice for the live stream. That's it. Because if I'm gonna do chores and stuff, you know, yeah. Yes, happy holidays, Jonathan. I keep wanting to call you Jeffrey, and that's not even your name, bruh. Like, and you guys are totally different people. You can be mad at me all you want. I apologize. I'm sorry, but like I'm surprised Jeffrey didn't make it though. And yes, I know you do, Eric. But yeah, bye guys. Happy holidays, and I'll see you guys at some point. And if you didn't watch my newest video, you can go do that now. Yeah. Yeah. Bye, guys.